with a cornbread accent, welcoming you to this week's AEW Dynamite recap show. This week's Dynamite takes place at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Uh, Fans there got to see a couple more matches involving the Owen Hart tournament. Also, MJF and Adam Cole made their debut as a tag team as part of the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament to determine a new number one contender for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. By the way, you folks don't act blind and go ahead, take your mouse gimmick and click on that subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Also, I would also like it if you hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this week's Dynamite. Well, without further ado, let's let her rip. All right, first match of the night is part of the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. Two guys who's been teaming together for the last few weeks, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, who randomly got chosen, went up against the former AEW Tag Team Champions Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, also randomly got chosen, who hate each other. Earlier, there was a little backstage interview, and Darby Allin told big old Keith Lee he needs to pull his head out of his ass. But match starts. Darby Allin again showing those big brass balls, and freaking gave big old Keith Lee a open hand slap on the face. Lee answers with a big bill out of the corner. Kind of shows he didn't appreciate being slapped. Orange Cassidy comes in, lays in some devastating chops, but Keith Lee, he has even more devastating chops. Especially you get those two soup bone paws on that chest. I'm pretty sure that feel good. Swerve comes in, and he winds up getting the better of the returning Darby Allin. Like I'm pretty high on Swerve Strickland. Some people I've read are not, but hey, it's subjective. Anyway, tag back into Orange Cassidy. These guys had no answers for Keith Lee. He was just overbearing. Get it? Overbearing? Anyway. But a couple of miscues by Swerve Strickland proved costly to the team of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Lee ended up on the outside. A top rope spinning DDT from Orange Cassidy on the Swerve. Suicide dive onto Keith Lee. Darby Allin would roll up Swerve Strickland for the 1, 2, 3. And moving on to the tournament is Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. I can almost see them in the finals against Adam Cole and MJF. But you never know. It could be. Well, wait a minute. I think they might be wrestling each other next week. Strike that. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, I thought this was a decent little match. Fun match, entertaining. Actually, first time being, actually entertained by Keith Lee. And of course, again, I'm pretty high on Swerve Strickland, so other than that, next. Next match is a trios tag match to acclaim with Daddy Ass Billy Gunn against the Bollywood Boys and Blade. And of course, doesn't seem like I've heard this in a while, or I just haven't been paying attention. The crowd was actually singing "Scissor Me Daddy." Like I said, it seems like it's been a while, or just haven't been paying attention. They claimed Shine at first, then got the heat on Max, which is surprising. Usually he plays for Robert Gibson, and Anthony Bowen plays Ricky Morton, but changed it up a little bit. Speaking of Bowen, he got the hot tag, cleans house, tags in Gunn. He hits the Cobra Clutch Slam, mic drop by Max, ends it. Holly Cameron, I believe is her name, she got on the big screen, says they got a video and yada yada yada. Something for next week. Billy Gunn said, "Hey, I got 2 words for you, suck it." And it almost seems like okay, Holly's supposedly going after Bowen, but it seemed to me Max was not playing along very well. They seem annoyed. So sometimes you got to catch those little things. Next. All right, next up, Chris Jericho, promo time from him. He stated that he has some big losses lately, and might be time to reevaluate himself. Maybe it's time to become the best Chris Jericho ever. Out comes Don Callis, who gets about as many boos as Dominique. Uh, didn't nobody cares to hear him talk. He asked Jericho though to join his family. Chris said he doesn't join factions. He starts them, but says, hey, maybe. All right, more blind tag elimination action here. This is the debut of the team of MJF and Adam Cole. They went up against Butcher and Daddy Magic. Uh, okay, we seen the vignettes. They got the Bros Day, and he comes out to the ring, actually high fives the crowd, acting all babyface and stuff. But we all know what's going to happen in the end. But I know, I know I'm supposed to be the older guy who likes tradition more. But hey, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. And to me, this is funny as hell. Uh, he makes this. I mean, like I said, it's one of those. Uh, it's kind of like the on Rampage where the girl is flirting with Anthony Bowen, and everybody in the building knows he's gay. And she's like, "Hey, I know you like me." And then Anthony, you know what was coming, but it was still funny just to hear him say. Didn't mean to say that. Hear him say, "I'm gay." Uh, I thought it was comedy gold. Uh, I, not doing the yeah. All I'm gonna say, I thought it was funny. Same thing here. You know what's going to happen, but just watching um, Maxwell, Jacob Freeman play it all out just makes it entertaining. Um, anyway, so we get to the match. MJF starts it out first. He got the abdominal stretch on Daddy Magic, I believe it was. He tries to get Adam Cole to do he's MJF is close to his partner. He's trying to get him to cheat and pull his arm for extra leverage. Um, old school stuff. And Adam Cole wouldn't do it. MJF got the crowd go do it, and finally he did. However, after he got let go, hip toss. Then we had heat on MJF. Did a good job selling. They worked on his back a little bit. Funny, they had the abdominal stretch on MJF, and they was doing the cheating thing, which I thought was pretty funny. Um, anyway, MJF gets out of that. Hot tag. I was really hoping he did the forward roll tag, rock and roll express style. Would have been funny. Maybe they'll save that for another match. Anyway, hot tag Cole. He cleans house. MJF is throwing his hands out. Says, come on, man. Double clothesline. Double clothesline. Uh, Adam Cole, I guess, decided we didn't need double clothesline, but drops the boom on Daddy Magic. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, MJF and Adam Cole. Or MJF gets on the mic, and we have a impromptu birthday party for Adam Cole. They do the celebration thing. MJF sings. Cake comes out, little bitty cake, and MJF's like, "Oh, I'm gonna show his face. I'm gonna show his face in there." Of course, he attempts to, but Cole reverses it, and MJF gets a face full of cake. So that, again, just entertaining stuff. I chuckled at it. I'm sure I wasn't the only one. Um, other than that, next. All right, time for the ladies portion of the Owen Hart tournament. Big Britt Baker against Ruby Soho. Decent little match here. Little filling out process. Britt Baker got a little bit shine. Looked like there was a misstep there on the fireman's carry, but I don't know if it's them both or whatever, but Soho looked like she got the worst end of it. They took it outside. Soho wound up getting the advantage after a STO on the floor with looked like a little stink on that STO. Um, Soho almost stole it with the help of the Outcast, but Britt Baker made a big comeback, laid everybody out. Ruby, Ruby though, wound up getting the victory roll and a little help from Tony Storm. Sealed this thing up. Big win for Ruby Soho. She moves on in the Owen Hart tournament. Uh, then she went face to face with Sky Blue, her opponent next. Um, like I said, it was a decent match. Like I said, it was looking like a little messed up. Um, like I said, Ruby looked like she had to end up. Looked like there was a couple times in that match she was still a little woozy. But like I said, there was that that slam on the floor looked like it had a little bit of stink to it. So uh, put in the comments. Let me know what you think about that match. Did you guys see what I kind of seen there? But all right, it is main event time. Wheeler Yuta of the BCC going against the Elites, Kenny Omega. Omega spent a little too much time posing. Wheeler Yuta attacked him. A little bit back and forth, some real stiff chops by both guys. Omega got the better of it. Then Omega, whose neck had more duct tape on that than an old pickup truck driving down downtown Winder, Georgia, uh, started feeling some neck pains after a flipping Samoan drop. He did try to go for the moonsault on the middle rope, but would get the tummy full of these from Wheeler Yuta. Yuta worked on the head and neck. Omega would do a slow comeback. I will give him credit here. Some more back and forth. Yuta with a couple of Germans for a 2 count. Omega came back with some dragon suplexes, exchange of near falls. Don Callis appears again, distracts everyone. Takeshita interferes on behalf of Wheeler Yuta. Yuta does a top rope splash, 2 count, 2 3/4 count. Omega finally hits a one-wing angel, got the win. After a match, Claudio and Takeshita comes in, attacks Omega until the Rhinestone Cowboy comes in with a little young Buckaroos. They save him until Page looked like he was about to hit Claudio with a chair, and a Dark Order came in and took the chair out of Page's hands. And that's pretty much how it ended. We're all out of time here, folks. But it's an okay show. I mean, it's not wasn't a banger or anything like that. Like I said, MJF stuff was pretty funny, entertaining. Yeah, so was the Orange Cassidy match was entertaining. This match just was technically sound. I can't, I'm just not that big on Wheeler Yuta. Kenny Omega is Kenny Omega. You're always going to have a good match out of him. Other than that, like I said, leave a comment. What you think of this week's AEW's Dynamite? What was your favorite match? What you like about it? Hate about it? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, you folks have a good one and take it easy.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife Natural.